Right then. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to ALR Sprint League. It's your boy Bloodwave, only the best commentator in the league. What's up, Saeed? How you doing, man? How you feeling for the race? Perfect. It's 1 p.m., so we should be getting underway soon. Hopefully. Yeah, I would get him to replace me, but he is fast asleep at the moment, so you're stuck with me for today, Saeed. I'm sorry. But it's okay, because I'm a better commentator anyways, so it's better. Oh, come on, Erm. Seriously? You wrote such a nice poem, such beautiful words for Pyro. I deserve the same thing being a commentator. I deserve a better poem for my last minute substitution here. You better get ChatGPT or whatever to write me a poem, otherwise I'm gonna be real mad with you. I'm not gonna be your friend anymore. Anyway, you're in an Alpine, so that should be fun. Ferrari plus Monza disaster. I'm gonna have to disagree with you there, Mike. Um, you know, a certain somebody by the name of Italiano Rigo won Tier 2 Monza in a Ferrari. And I know that somebody else in Tier 4, I believe? Or was it Tier 3? I believe it was Tier 4 won Monza in a Ferrari. So, yeah. It's a good season for Ferrari. It's a good season for the Tifosi. Who knows? You might end up on the podium or win. Oh, come on, Erm, don't sass me. I know that you get ChatGPT to write it for you, alright? It takes 2 seconds. This shows that you're not loyal to me like you are to Pyro. I'm very upset with you. Anyway, 15 seconds and we should be getting underway here for Zandvoort and Monza, I believe. Normally I'd believe you, but I told ChatGPT to write a few poems and it did practically the exact same thing that you did for Pyro, so yeah. Caught you red-handed, buddy. Okay, one shot qualifying, then a 25% race, and of course for the second race we're gonna have a reverse grid from the first race. So should be interesting. See which drivers are able to make up the most places in the second race. Monza being a track easy to overtake, but a lot of carnage as well. So, right. So, here we go then. One shot quali. Let's see who's ahead after turn one. It looks like Yarlo, actually. No, Robin. Oh, well, there's no point in me saying any driver's name because they're switching around so much, but at the moment it looks like Joker. Millsy's up there, as is Donnie and Yarlo. Alu, Erminator. Robin dropped down after having a decent turn one, I guess. Let's ride on board with Donnie. This is so slow, what the... Okay, it's Adam up in front now. P1, Adam obviously a tier 1 driver in a Mercedes. Bit of a shocking result from him last week, so they gave him the Mercedes to make up for it. He should be taking pole here. I'd be very surprised if he didn't. But yeah, at the moment he looks good to do so. Donnie in P2. The two Alfa Romeos, I know the Alfa Romeos are not that quick, but it looks like they're holding their own at the moment, and the two McLarens right behind them. So then, crosses the final turn, comes up to the line, and it looks like... No, Donnie's going to take pole, actually, for the first race. Wow. I was not expecting that, because Millsy was leading for almost the entirety of the lap, but it looks like Donnie, with a 111.8, is going to be on pole for now. Millsy in P2 and Yarlo in P3. Interesting. Yeah, it's a bit of a shock. Looks like Joker might have spun on his lap or something. But yeah, it's Millsy on pole. Oh, well, Donnie on pole. My bad. Yeah, 15,000 separating them, so it's going to be close in the race, I think. Yeah. The gaps aren't too big. I guess the most notable gap is to Yarlo in P3, but yeah, interesting. Joe had a bit of a nightmare. I think he might have spun out on his lap. I was expecting him to be higher up, obviously. Two-time sprint champion, very quick driver. He's in the Williams, but he practically lives in that thing, so... Right. Yeah, it was a very special lap from Donnie there to get pole in Alpha, beating Millsy in a Mercedes. That is very surprising to me. Word from Millsy is that he was going super gentle. It's up to you whether you want to believe that or not. I wouldn't. Right then, 5 seconds until we're ready to get underway. Okay, we have 4 or 5 red lights. It's lights out and away we go. It looks like Millsy might have gotten a better reaction there already alongside of Donnie. And into turn one, he's going to try it down the inside, makes a lunge for it. Gets the position ahead of Donnie. At the back there, we've had a massive collision involving Mike, the Joker, the two Ferraris involved. And I think we have a stranded Booma back there in the Aston. Yeah, and that's Mike's car without a front wing. And we have a VSC. Perfect. Is that both Ferraris without wings? No, it's just one. But yeah, up ahead, Millsy keeps the lead ahead of Donnie and Yarlo. That's interesting. Let's see what tires are on. Mostly everybody going for the softs, but a few drivers at the back like Joe, Erminator, Howland trying the mediums, maybe trying their luck with the alternate strategy there. But yeah, at the moment, Millsy leading under the VSC. Donnie right behind him. Yarlo up in P3. I think Robin made up one position at the start. He's up in a P6. But yeah, that's not the start the Ferrari would have hoped for. That's not the start the Mike would have hoped for without a front wing. He's surely going to have to pit now and get that changed. Is that... No, that car has a front wing. Yeah. It seemed pretty clean from the top 6, I think. They all managed to get away without any massive collisions. So they're weaving on the straight to try and keep some temperature into the tires. So now we have green flags again, and we're back under racing conditions, and Mike gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Oh no, you did not need that. Further back, we can see the grid is bunched up nicely. Robin taking the shorter line across that turn, and now because of that he's going to have J-Ray all over the back of him. Further back we have Erminator, Pasty, and Saeed going at it. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. But yeah, the grid looks pretty close to one another at the moment. This is the closest battle on track. Is J-Ray going to try and make a move there? No, he's not. Sensibly decides against it, as Alu is now dropping down. Had a spin maybe. Maybe a bit of an incident or a tap or something, but he's all the way down in P18 now. Meanwhile, up in front, Millsy not really stretching or making the impression that I thought he would. Donnie is right on him, only 5/10 separating them now. So we can see further back, big turns, and... well, that's Licks and Jack and J-Ray going side by side. Licks and Jack trying his luck down the inside. Respectful from the both of them, as he does get past as J-Ray gets on the curbs a bit and unsettles his car, and that's going to put Swen all over the back of him. Maybe Swen tries a move down through the twisty parts of this track. Would not be the best idea, but yeah, sensibly decides not to go for it there. Jack's kind of flying right now. He's all over Robin now. 3/10 is the gap. Maybe he tries his luck down the straight. If he can get a good exit, which it seems like he has, but with DRS not... It is enabled, actually, and Robin does not have DRS, so Jack is going to be all over him on the main straight. For the back, Booma and Halanan, I think, going at it, as the dude gets a 5-second penalty for cutting the corner, and we have a spinner, and it is the dude. So he gets a penalty and then spins out. That is unfortunate for him. But Licks and Jack now going to try his luck on Robin. Robin defends towards the inside. Jack is forced around the outside. Can he make it work? No, just runs out of road there, but he gets a much nicer exit there. Still not able to make anything come from it this time around. Further back, we have Booma dropping down, and Booma's in the gravel. What happened back there? Oh, geez, that is very unfortunate for him. Poor Booma. Spun out, or maybe had a bit of a tap with somebody. Otherwise, Licks and Jack is still all over the back of Robin. Robin needs to start using his DRS when he closes into big turns to try and defend from Jack behind. As the Joker has an incident, the Joker spins out in Sector 2. Yeah, that is Not great. We've had a lot of spinners so far, but it seems like the top three have really stretched their gap away, and Millsy is now outside of the DRS of Donny. But here, Jack is going to try once again to get a move done on Robin. He's gaining on him all the time through the straight. He's out of ERS already. Tries to dummy switch around towards the outside, but again just runs out of room. Robin is putting up a very nice defense. And he's managing to keep Jack at bay as Mini Turns comes into the pits. Lap 5. It's a bit early. Maybe he had some wing damage or something, but he is in the pits. Yeah, I mean, the gaps aren't exactly stretching at the moment. Alu's all over the back of Swen. Let's check this out. 3/10. Or is Jack going to go for a move on Robin? He might try it down the straight, you know. With DRS assistance, he'll need a bit of a lunge. Is he going to try it around the outside? No! Once again, Robin manages to defend from Jack, who is in the Alpine, which is the faster car. But that little bit of DRS from big turns up in front is probably saving Robin a lot over here. But knowing Jack, he's going to want another move. He's going to try it again as big turns is weaving, trying to break the slipstream. Jack once again too far back to make any moves on Robin. As Pasty comes into the pits as well. Joe's kind of running his own race back there in P8. 1.4 shy of J-Ray at the moment. They gotta stick with these two as they're getting even closer through the twisty bits, as it looks like Robin's out of ERS trying to defend from Jack this entire time. So we have a lot more drivers coming into the pits. It looks like it was the Joker this time around. This helicopter cam is amazing. Ooh, Alu trying his luck on Swen. Is he going to be able to get past? Going down the inside of the straight, outside actually. Tries to hold the outside line, Swen, and they make a bit of contact there. It looked like Swen just kind of turned in a bit onto Alu, and he manages to defend his position and keep it ahead of Alu there, but down the straight, Alu's going to have a lot of motivation as Robin's actually coming to the pits. Let's see what they do, as it looks like Swen's going into box, so Alu gets released from behind of Swen, and hopefully he'll be able to put in some good laps. Yeah, Big Turn's really losing touch of Yarlo up in front. The gap is it's increasing every lap. It's up into 4.6 seconds now. Oh, as we have another spinner at the back, and that is the dude again in the Red Bull. Are Mike and Swen going at it? Yeah, they are, side by side. Mike defending the inside line, but just runs out of grip there, and Swen manages to clear him. No trouble. We wait to see if Millsy, Donny, or maybe Yarlo try and come in this lap, and yes, Millsy does come in. So lap 7, the leader pits off of his old soft tires. Donny gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Oh no. That's going to hurt his chances a lot for going for the win here. Yarlo has to carry on, obviously, has to not double stack with his teammate. As we have another spinner, and I'm not quite sure who that is. That is the dude again. Anyway, Yarlo up in front, Jack P2, J-Ray in P3. Buma comes into the pits as well for a brand new set of mediums. Mike gets 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane again. Or I believe it was corner cutting the first time, can't remember. Anyway, alternate strategy seems to be doing Joe a lot of good. He's up in a P4 at the moment. As the Yarlo comes in, I imagine Lix and Jack's going to come in, as is J-Ray. Yep, so the provisional top three all pit for new tires. That's going to put Joe, and possibly Halnan into the top. Yeah, Halnan, Joe and those three that start on the mediums, into the top three now. They're going to want to carry on for a little bit longer and then have the fresher softs on the end so they can attack more. Millsy's still leading, provisionally of course, in P4. For the back we have Robin and J-Ray maybe, as J-Ray and Big Turns seem to have come into a bit of a collision there. Not entirely sure what was going on back there. They both decided to kind of wander off the track. The dude retires in the pits. He had quite a bit of spins, so I can imagine he's frustrated with that, as anyone would be. Yeah, as we approach these later stages, it looks like the gaps are starting to stretch out a bit more. Donnie's actually all over Yarlo, it seems. He's going to have a good run on this main straight with DRS assistance, provided he has enough energy, of course. Yeah, it looks like he has like 30%. The Yarlo is going to be using all the same as well. Donnie not close enough this time to make the move past him. Yeah, F1 is really broken. What happened this time? Donnie's still not able to get past the other Alfa Romeo of Yarlo. He has the DRS, but he just doesn't have enough straight line speed, as we have a Ferrari getting out of the way, I assume. Alu has still not come in on his 9-lap old softs. His tires are going to be screaming. Right, so the medium runners finally come in. Joe comes into the pits. It's a nice stint from him. Made up quite a few positions after his unfortunate qualifying. But he's on the softs now and he's ready to attack. We know that he's very dangerous in that Williams. So we'll see what he can do. Mosley still in P1, has a very nice gap to Yarlo, and with Donnie's 5-second penalty, he should just take it easy and try and cruise to the end, to the line. Robin and going at it maybe. It looks like Robin maybe got in front. Just came out of the pit, so he's going to have those colder tires. Not able to really defend the position from Robin. So these three are pretty close at the moment. Yeah, Alu's tires are going to be dead by now, so makes sense that Yarlo's caught up to him already. Donnie right behind them in P4. So we have another spinner, and I think that might be Mike, I think. Whatever, I'm not sure. It's one of the Ferraris down there. Yeah, further back, Robin and going at it again. Erminator on those fresh softs is going to want to try and get the position from him. Robin holding the outside line, but Erminator might get DRS on this straight, but he's gonna clear him before they even get on the straight. And now Robin, without DRS, has to tuck into the slipstream and make sure that he isn't vulnerable to J-Ray behind. These three are really going at it. Robin tries to maybe have a look down the inside, but unable to get anything done. J-Ray right behind close now, as Robin's lights are flashing, which means he is under 10% ERS, and a not so good exit is not going to help him defend from J-Ray behind. Yeah, he just needs to be careful and try and hold out these positions as long as he can. So we have another yellow flag, and the Joker gets another 3-second time penalty. So it looks like Yarlo's cleared Alu, and now Donnie might be looking to do the same, as we have a safety car. It's a full safety car. Lap 12. Okay, this has worked out brilliantly for Alu, actually. He's going to get a free pit stop under the safety car. But, this is interesting. I think that the medium runners should stay out. I don't believe that... With a track like Zandvoort, it's so hard to overtake. Yeah, see, they stay out as Alu ducks into the pits. Of course he does. Free pit stop for him. But yeah, these mediums will comfortably provide enough grip for them to get to the end and be able to defend. I think maybe someone who benefits from this is Joe, because now he's closed up the gap to the rest of the pack, and he's going to have the soft tires on. And yeah, he might be looking to make up a few more positions. Maybe challenge for a podium or a win here. Anyway, lots of drivers coming to the pits. We had Alu, Pasti, Mini, Swen, Said, all coming to the pits. Buma's on fresh softs. Mike is on fresh softs. They might be looking to try and make some positions up. Every finishing position, obviously, is points in Sprint League, so... yeah. They'll be getting some decent points as well. So I wonder how long this safety car is going to stay out from. I'm imagining that it would come in at the end of the next lap, provided if the field can catch up properly. Right. Looks like we're only waiting on about 4 or 5 cars to catch up to the back of the pack. Then we should be ready to get racing again. I think Mike might be lapped, which is why he's in amongst the pack at the moment. So Mosley will be hoping for a decent enough restart to try and keep his position. He wants to try and catch Yarlo off and Donnie off. We'll wait to see when he decides to send it, or if the safety car is even going to come in this lap. I imagine it will. Yeah, safety car in this lap. So, we'll wait to see when Millsy decides to go. So all the drivers warming their tires up. Yarlo looks awfully close to the back of Millsy there. That's a scary sight to see. And Donnie, yep, as Yarlo gets on the grass trying to warm his tires up. Classic rookie gamer move. It looks like Millsy is gone now. Yeah, he has, and he has caught Yarlo off a little bit. 6/10 is the gap as he flies down the main straight. Yarlo still weaving, trying to get temperature into his tires. Further back, it looks like Alu might be trying for something on Hallinan. No, as we have a yellow flag and a Ferrari. Unsure what happened there, as Donnie and Lixon Jack are going at it up ahead. But Donnie managing to keep his position from Lixon Jack. Further back, Erminator and these guys all traveling relatively safely. It looks like nobody's trying anything too stupid on this on this restart. Mini turns really close to the back of Pasti there, as is Saeed on the two of them. Donnie's going to be putting a lot of pressure on Yarlo. He does have the 5-second penalty, so he wouldn't want to really take too many risks here. But imagine Yarlo won't be doing him any favors in letting him pass, regardless of his penalty. Lichtenjack knows he's on the podium. All he has to do is just try and get past Donnie and Yarlo as quick as he can. Same goes for Joe. He's up in a P4. As at the back we can see Erminator trying for a move down the inside of Joe. Joe goes around the outside. Just kinda gives them a little tap there, I believe, or maybe Joe just not getting the front grip he needs, but it looks like gets ahead, as does mini turns of Pasty. So now the two Alpha Towers together at the back there. And already got his sights set on Lichtenjack. He has the softer tires, the fresher tires. He should make light work of Jack here, unless Jack decides to dump his old battery, in which case, bravo. Alu also really close behind of Halanan. I think he'll be looking at making a move soon as well. Yep, but not on this straight. I'm more interested in this one. I want to see if is able to get past Jack on this main straight, and if maybe Joe is able to follow him through. It looks like went on the grass a little bit there. It's not going to like that too much. DRS is enabled, but obviously it would not be enabled as of yet. So the next detection zone in Sector 2 is when we will get DRS. Mike sets the fastest lap of the race. Wow. Good shit, Mike. Halanan gets past J-Ray, I believe. That'll help him in defending from Alu behind. Field is very tight together, especially at the back over here. We have about, I'd say, 8 or 9 cars just traveling in a pack, and at the front we've got this group of 6, from which Millsy has already pulled a near 2-second gap, which just goes to show how unfair him having a Mercedes is. But yeah, it's round 2 now, DRS assisted. Maybe will try and make a move on Jack. Let's see, but Jack also has DRS on Donnie up ahead, so it'll be tougher than it seems at first. Erm's going to dump it though. He's going to try and make a move. He knows Lichtenjack is flashing. He's low on battery. He's going to try send down the inside. Makes a bit of contact with Lichtenjack. Jack gives him the respect and now comes back at him through this part of the first sector as they're nearly locking wheels. Erm's going to try and move around the outside, but Jack is going to defend that and keep his position ahead of up in P4. It's the last lap as they come together! No! Is out! Oh, Jack, Oh, does he have a front wing? Yeah, he does. Oh, Joe's gonna love that. He's up in a P4 and he'll get a podium off of this because of Donnie's penalty. Oh my god, what happened there, buddy? Oh wow. That was, I must say, that was some amazing driving, as usual, from Sprint League. But at the moment, it's Millsy who crosses the line in P1, wins the race, wins the first race here. Yarlo in P2. Very nice result from him. Joe from all the way back in P13 gets a P3. He'll be very happy with that. Yeah, Erm's going to save some language here. It's probably for the best. Wow. That was a Sprint League classic right there, I think. Everybody did so well up until the end, where you guys just decided to go crazy a little bit, but yeah, whatever. That's sprint for you. So Millsy wins P1. Great job by him. Yeah. Was a bit of a boring one up until the end there, but right. Millsy P1 from P2. Yarlo gets P3. Donnie unfortunately drops down all the way to P6 following his 5-second penalty. Joe in P3, Jack in P4. A little bit questionable. But yeah. Robin P5, it's a solid result from him. Donnie P6, Big Turns P7, Handan P8, J Ray P9, and Alu finishes off the top 10. Wow. On to Monza then. Oh, jeez. This is what we had at Zandvoort. Yeah, can't wait for Monza. I'll just tell Lix and Jack real quick that he sucks. There we go. Right. That was fucking great. It's time for Monza now. With how these drivers are doing, Monza should be very fun. Well, fun for me at least. I imagine it wouldn't be very fun if you're driving here tonight. I'm glad I'm here. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a metric crap ton of reports after that one. I must have missed like 500 incidents, but that's just because there's so many other incidents going on. Like there's a crash every 2 seconds. Oh, I can see Joe being a little bit naughty there. Apparently he's going to be last and he won't score any points. Cool. Mosley thinks he's stealing his second one. Dude, Mike, I'm proud of you, dude. Good shit. You stole a point, dude. You're like a robber. After all that, you still got an extra point for Ferrari, dude. Good shit. And yeah, I mean, if he screwed you, then maybe you should report it, but I find it's best to forgive and forget. At the end of the day, it's sprint. There's going to be 5 million reports anyways. Yours is but a drop in the fucking ocean. EA has some really good music, I must say. Not this song, but... Okay, we're ready to go. It looks like Joe's going to be in the Red Bull. That is busted, but he won't be scoring any points. It's just for experiment purposes. Personally, I don't buy it. I think that they're just trying to get Joe to the top so he can be in contention for another championship again. But that's just me. I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist. Bambino has left the session. Maybe he had a crash or something. But Monza, we raced here just a few days ago on Sunday, actually, for our Sunday tiers 2 and 3. And then last week, Thursday, it was tier 1 and 4. So these drivers should have a decent amount of practice done for this track. Hopefully that means something in terms of the incidents that we're going to see. It's 13 laps, right? Like, come on. It can't be that hard to not crash for 13 laps. But I believe in him. I have faith in Sprint League. And the mechanics are all inside of each other, and they're all T-posing, having a nice old time. Damn, I want to get in there. I feel left out over here. Just looks so fun, dude. Alright, 10 more seconds. The mechanics are all very excited. Okay, let's go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. It's lights out and away we go. Ferrari 1-2 at the start. It looks like Mike is going to be getting into P1, but no, Joker around the outside defends from him as they bang wheels a bit. And Mike is going to have the lunge down the inside, and he does get past. But Joker's still going to try and fight this back at the back. It looks like complete carnage. But up at the front, Mike is well clear of the rest. As we have a lot of people around the Curva Grande now. They're all trying to line up, I believe. Not really willing to go side by side, as the Joker might be trying something on Mike, but no, he just does not have the room for it. Mike manages to break just that little bit later and keep his position further back. Donnie, and it looks like we've had a bit of an incident involving Pasti and mini turns, as the dude now tries a move down the inside of Pasti, and wow, he gets the move done in Lesmo 1. That is a fantastic move from him. Wow. That was impressive. As Joe Royal and Big Turns are now going at it. Joe obviously in the Red Bull. Very busted, as said before. And now he's going to try and move down the inside of Hallinan already. And he clears him before the braking zone already. The drivers were told not to fight, and Hallinan goes off. And he crashes his Mercedes. Hopefully he did not lose yet. He has half a front wing. That is very unfortunate for him. Up in front, Erminator and J-Ray going at it by the looks of it. Booma is well involved in this. Is going to have to try for a move down the inside of Booma. In the Alpine, that car has a lot more straight line speed, so yeah, he gets the position. But Booma might be trying to fight this one back with the slipstream tucking back into the toe. Nah, he concedes it. All fair back there. The dude and Robin now going at it as the dude clears him well into turn 1. That's a great job by him. So right, I missed it! Wait, but we have Mike and Joker going side by side again into the second chicane on the track. Mike's gonna try it around the outside. Joker leaves him room, gives him the respect, but Swen sneaks down the inside of Mike, and he gets past him into the first Lesmo, and Mike consequently goes wider and loses a bit of time to these front two. He's not going to be too happy about that defense from the Joker, but it was fair. It looked fair by the looks of it. Mike just lost a bit of grip, and now Swen's going to be trying for a move soon on the Joker. That would be for the lead here. Swen in the Haas, obviously, as we have a car going off at Ascari, and it's Mike! No, and Mike is out! Mike's binned in Ascari! Oh, no way, as we have a VSC. Said gets past Erminator, but then gives the position back? Because there's a bit of... What is going on over here? Yeah, whatever. Okay, we have some drivers coming into the pits. It looks like Erminator's going in. Alu as well. Joe decides to stay out. Right. Okay, the dude gets a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with J-Ray. Seems legit. Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's better Ascari than the Lesmo Reaper because, Jesus Christ, we've all been there with Ascari. Looks like Joe's already up to P6. Granted, half the grid has pitted, but yeah. I was hoping for better from Mike as well. I was really hoping for a Ferrari 1-2 or something, but that's all she wrote for Mike, I guess. It's okay, he'll be back stronger next time. So let's actually take a look at the tires for a sec. Yeah, oh wow. Literally the entire grid, except for 4 cars, is on the mediums at the moment. Yeah, it wouldn't make sense for Joe to pit. Understand why he decided to stay out. Joker, Swen, Said probably would have been wiser to come into the pits. Steva, Joe is in the Red Bull as a science experiment. That's what I'm guessing. I honestly have no idea myself. I think they're just trying to see if he can lap the field or not. Which is a very pointless question because he's gotten from last up into P6 in 3 laps. Joker now decides to come into the pits, as does Donnie. Oh, wow. A lot of drivers coming into the pits, and that's really going to screw them over for the rest of this race. But that does mean Swen is leading the race for now. So he didn't P2, but went P3. Yeah, no, Stephen, this is a very serious tier, alright? Wait, Joe Pitt? What? What? Why would he... Okay, he's still gonna lap the field, so I mean, yeah, whatever. But yeah, no, as I was saying, this is a very serious tier, Steba. All the drivers here, they take their sprint very seriously. As is evident by the amount of reports and sprint submissions every week. Anyway. I think everybody on the mediums is going to have a nicer time. Softs are going to be quicker for a while, but yeah, around this track, especially in a 25% race, they'll drop off very quick. Right, safety car in this lap. Stay on board with Swen, try and see when he goes. Gets the stupid limiter. They're slowing down. It's so hard to keep temperature in your tires when this happens on a safety car restart. You can't do burnouts because of the limiter. You can't go fast and weave because of the limiter. But we'll try and see when Swen goes. Might want to leave it as late as possible, just so he can minimize the slipstream down into turn 1, or he might try and catch him off guard by going Now, no. Oh, Said's pulling alongside him already. Said, what are you doing? As now Swen decides to go. That's a... he hasn't really caught out Said. Said was alongside him on the restart. I know that that's not allowed. But it looks like further back, Erminator and Said going side by side, and Erm's had a bit of a spin and he's on the grass. Booma gets a 5-second penalty, and it's carnage at the back. There's a Red Bull cutting across the chicane. Incidents left and right, and I honestly have no idea what's happened there, but the outcome is that Booma is up in a P2 as Alu has gotten past Said somehow. Booma gets... is that another 5-second penalty? As we have a Alpha Tauri stranded now off the track, and oh, further back we have... is that the Joker? I have no idea what's going on at this point. Pasty's out. Holy hell. Okay, Erm is going slowly. Millsy and Robin are going at it by the looks of it. Looks like Millsy has cleared him well before Ascari, as we have... believe it or not, we have another full safety car. Oh, jeez. Alu got this? Yeah, I think so too. Christ. Okay, Swen ducks into the pits. Looks like Booma ducks into the pits. Nobody else really, but that means Alu is leading the race. Steva, you might be right. And the Joker gets a 5-second penalty. That's cool. But yeah, Millsy from last, all the way up into P3 somehow. And I believe he has made his mandatory pit stop. So Jack, Donnie, and Joe all pit again for fresh softs. Oh my god, this is getting ridiculous now. Right. Alu in P1. He's got the dude following him closely behind in P2. Millsy in P3, Robin in P4. Looks like Joe is kind of just chilling down there. P14. Yeah, you know, Steva... I don't know either, dude. The confusion was that Millsy was supposed to get a good car last week, but they gave him the Alfa Romeo. Little did they know that the Alfa Romeo got changed to where it's a hunk of shit, essentially. So he got a bad car, even though he had bad results. So to make it up to him, they gave him the Mercedes, at least from what I know. But I think the more concerning thing is Joe and that Red Bull. I mean, that just should not be allowed. That is broken. It's alright, Pasty and Mike, the only two retirees so far, but we've had a lot of incidents in this race. I just pray that there's no more for the sake of Alu and Millsy and the rest. But with the dude's penalty between Millsy and Alu, I think this is very much between them. You sure about that, Steva? Because I heard Booma, Donnie, Millsy, those guys all whining about it, saying that it wasn't as good as it used to be, at least. But yeah, I guess you would know better. I personally have not driven the thing in a good month, or maybe more, I think. Probably more, like a couple months. Right, we get the message. Safety car is in this lap. Alu is going to be leading the restart. He knows what to do. He'll be fine. Curious to see when he decides to go as well, because I'd imagine that he would try and go in the middle of the Parabolica, try and catch out the rest of the pack. Everyone loves to whine about the cars, me included. Yeah, me too, Stava. It's a part of sprint. It's part of the charm of sprint. Oh, do we have incidents at the back there? Yep, Joe has spun out somehow. But we're going to stay on board with Alu here to try and figure out when he decides to go. Leaving it late, but he decides to go now on the exit of the corner, and he catches dude napping at the back there. Millsy's going to be all over him going into turn 1 by the looks of it. Donnie and Booma going at it, I think, and Joe and Halanan as well. Joe gets past Halanan. Jack and Erminator, once again, they're going 3 wide into turn 1. We've seen this end not so well, and once again it does not end well, as an Alfa Romeo gets spun out onto the grass. Looked like Swen got a bit out of shape there as well, and Erminator has once again come off worse after that. Between the two Alpines, 3 wide into turn 1 is never really a good idea, but further back we have more action as Joe is going to try and move down the inside of Erminator, and he does get the position there. Further ahead, it looks like Big Turns and Big Bambino, the two Williams going at it into the first Lesmo, and it is Big Turns that comes out ahead. So yeah, a bit of a train forming here with Robin being at the head of this train, already a good 2 seconds behind from Millsy. Did not get the restart that he was hoping for. Now even J-Ray is going to try and make a move past Erminator around the outside. Concedes that position, smart from him. Don't want to go side by side through there. Halanan gets a 3-second penalty. Bambino looks pretty close as Millsy is now going to try and move into the Parabolica on the dude. And with the superior grip, maybe going to try and stick this through. He's going to want the slipstream from Alu, and he's got past him already. But the dude now, with the slipstream, is going to tuck back in and pull out to the right side, maybe to get the place back, but just not enough straight line speed. There is no, he's going to send a dive down the inside. And they do touch, and Millsy has to take to the runoff there. And he manages to keep his position in P2, but he's lost out massively to Alu. He's already 3 seconds behind. Further back, we can see Swen and Joe going at it. Wow. Booma and Donnie, I believe? Yeah, there's so much close racing going on here. So we can see J-Ray skips over the curb. Donnie has to cut across the chicane and keeps the position ahead of J-Ray. Further back, the Joker and J-Ray going at it. The Joker spun out at the first Lesmo, and yep, he has hurt. Well, his car looks fine, actually. Should be right to carry on. Joe now all over the back of Big Turns. He's going to want to try it around Ascari. Not able to squeeze past there. Oh! Looks like Big Turns had a big moment there coming out of the exit of Ascari. And Joe comfortably manages to get the position ahead of him. And Swen going at it as we have... looks like Booma and Donnie. Booma trying to move down the inside. Donnie defends him. Fends him off for now. Yeah, there's a lot of action on the track at the moment. These three looking particularly close. Is Jack going to try and move on the inside of Robin? No, he is not. Not yet, at least. He's practically pushing that Aston Martin along, and with the soft tires and a bit of overtake, he's going to try around the Curva Grande, and he does get the move done before the braking zone. That's the best way to do it, so you avoid going side by side, losing out. Right, we have Saeed, and I believe that is Yarlo in front as well, going at it. But nothing coming of it as of yet. Oh, Joe makes his next victim of mini turns. Very nice. And gets past Bambino as well. Yeah, those are some lovely moves, eh, Stava? Joe now makes another victim of Robin. This is ridiculous, man. Mini turns looks like he might have had an incident. Yeah, he's spun out. At the Parabolica, mini turns are spun out. Joe's gonna want to catch up to Jack as quick as possible. Millsy's gonna want to catch up to Alu as quick as possible. He is gaining. Hownan and Buma going at it in the turn one. These two going side by side, avoiding contact there. That's good racing from them. Finally. Finally we see some nice clean racing. So they're going to go at it again into the second chicane. Hopefully they can keep up what they did there at the first. Halanan's going to try and move around the outside. Buma defends it nicely as they're going 3 wide now almost. And Buma manages to defend his position from Halanan very well there. Oh, Erm's out! Erm is out? What happened there? Oh, I totally missed that, but Millsy is now 4 tenths behind Alu. Oh, what happened to Erm? He must have spun or something as we have a Red Bull stopped on track there. Oh god, Millsy all over the back of Alu. Mercedes versus McLaren, we know which car is superior there, and he's gonna have a bit of DRS help as well. Stay on board with these two, try and see if Millsy is able to make a pass on Alu as of yet. He's gonna try it down the inside. Millsy's gonna have a lunge. Alu leaves him the space. Millsy gets his braking point right. Very respectful from the two of them, it seems. Millsy a little bit on the grass as there is a bit of wheel banging going on, heading towards the second chicane. It looks like Alu is gonna just be ahead into the braking zone. He has the inside line. Millsy needs to keep that in mind as I get the worst possible camera angle, but Millsy makes the move ahead of Alu and is into P1, takes the lead of the race for the second race in a row. Wow. Joe up into P3, manages to clear Licks and Jack, no problem. So now these guys up ahead just have to hold on for, what, like 2 more laps before Joe gets them. You're tired in the pits, Bambino happened. Oh, well. That is unlucky, dude. It's like... Saeed is pretty close to the back of the Joker here. So we have another yellow flag, and I believe that is Swen. Swen has spun out at Ascari, and he's dropped down into P13. He's going to lose out to Buma as well. As we have another spinner at the back, and that's Halanan. Halanan spins on the exit of Ascari as well. Yeah, these guys are not having a nice time out there. Joe only 3 tenths behind Alu as well. Skips over the curbs there. Not sure if that's the best line to take. But yeah, we are on the last lap of the race, so let's see what can be made of that. Wait, Joe gets past Alu. How did that happen? I got the worst camera angle in the world for that. Joe gets past Alu. Up into P2. Alu, well, Joe's points are not going to count for this. This is still a P2 for Alu, but he would have wanted the win here. And now Joe has 1.2 seconds to catch up to Millsy up into P1. Mini Turns retires from the session. Yeah, it's really insane what Joe's been doing. He is in a Red Bull, granted, but still, it doesn't look like anybody's going to be challenging Millsy over here. He is in the Mercedes. He won the first race, and provided he doesn't bin it, he's going to come home to win the second race at Monza. Adam wins the second race of Sprint, the second round for today, making it a double win for him. It's a great weekend. Joe comes home in P2. Obviously, his points are not going to count, so that's going to be Alu in P2. Licks and Jack will take the final podium position in P3. Robin in P4. Big Turns P5. Donnie P6. Yarlo P7. J-Ray P8. Saeed P9. And the Joker will round off your top 10. Halanan DNFs at the end as well. That is not ideal. Oh, jeez. That was a hell of a race. Ah, I love sprint. That just looked so much fun. I would have loved to be out on track with those guys. Joe obviously getting the driver of the day, considering he practically smashed the entire field. Christ. Business as usual for sprint. Millsy wins his second race. That's, yeah, he did what I did last season. Proud of him. Right. A hell of a couple races, to say the least. But that was fun. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate all of you for being in chat, giving me company. Yeah. See you guys. See you guys around. Next time I think is Thursday. Right. We have tier 1s and tier 4 on Thursday. So stay around. We'll see you guys then. Bye bye.